Good morning. This is Eric Saunders, and I'm the Executive Director at New Hope Ministries. And I'm so pleased to be able to announce some exciting plans that are going on at New Hope today. If you've been following New Hope for very long, you know that we can't stay idle for very long. We got to find something to do, and we've got a new project in the works. And well, I'm in New Oxford today, and I've got a great story to be able to share and some great plans that are coming up and some things that are happening really soon. And so just so great to be able to share some good news with our local community, but all those who really believe in our mission and share and support what we do. New Hope is a social service agency. It was started by local churches 38 years ago, and we have the mission of sharing Christ's love with our neighbors in need. And we know that there are a lot of people at any time who don't know where their next meal is coming from, are struggling to keep a roof over their head, who are facing some sort of urgent need and could use a helping hand. And the best thing that we know to do is to love our neighbors like Jesus taught us, and to be able to render help to those who are going through a tough time. Even somebody today who's listening and who says, my unemployment's running out, or I've got an eviction notice, or I'm not sure what I'm going to serve my kids tonight for dinner. You're in luck, because New Hope Ministries exists in 8 locations around South Central Pennsylvania. And if you can come to us, we can do our best to help you. Give us a call. Let us know what we can do to help. Well, I've got a story to share, as I mentioned before, and that is that here in the New Oxford community, which is an amazing place, we've got a large number of people who depend upon New Hope services every day to be able to make a better life for themselves. And it's been really awesome the last 6 years that we've been in partnership with the local churches in New Oxford and helping our community just have the things that they need to survive. We inherited the work of our partners, the New Oxford Food Pantry, who for over 30 years have been serving this community. And during the last 6 years, we've been enjoying the hospitality of the New Oxford Borough, and being in the basement and having neighbors as the Boy Scouts and the library, just making a difference in people's lives. But the one thing that we found as we were in that space is that it was kind of cramped. And living in Mom and Dad's basement, we knew was not going to be the long-term plan. Well, I'm standing in a new building, which is going to become very soon the new home of the New Oxford Food Pantry, also serving the nearby communities of East Berlin and Abbottstown and the surrounding area. And as you can see behind me, this is a building that has a lot of space. And if you're in the business of operating food pantries and serving people in need, you kind of know that you need enough elbow room to be able to house the types of equipment and food we need to distribute, and space to offer programs like job training and budget classes. And so classroom space is important. And we've been living in a small, I think former classroom there in New Oxford, and making it work. And, those who are faithful of little will be faithful of much. But for the last 6 years, we've been looking and saying, God, if there's a building that would be suitably scaled for the needs that we have as a ministry and as a nonprofit organization, we would love to be able to find a new home. Well, guess what? A couple of months ago, we found this building. It's right at the Cross Keys, just very, very close to everything, easy to access. It's in a bit of an industrial park, but it's got great parking. It's got great features as a building, and we knew this is the best building we'd looked at since we've been in New Oxford, and just sort of had a what if. God, if you wanted us to be in this building, would you make a way for us to be able to move and get into a space that would help us fully serve this community in the way you would want us to? Well, take a look in here with me. This is just one of the areas that's going to become the food pantry very soon. And you can see, just as a snapshot of one of our other locations, how important it is to be able to have warehouse space and take all that wonderful food that we can get at a good price or is donated to us. And then, we found this building and see this amazing warehouse room where we can have a pantry and we can have food storage. this building had not just everything that we needed, but a lot more. It also came with a price tag. And of course, you know, as a faith-based ministry, we didn't start with the money that we needed to operate this, but it has been amazing to see that people who care about our work have already stepped up with some gifts and gave us the confidence that we could make this project possible. The seller of the building was willing to work with us and give us the time that we need. And so we're going to just move in on faith. And we've got about a year to be able to put the funding together. Hopefully it's going to happen a lot sooner than that. But the plan is for New Hope to be able to move our location next month. A lot has to happen before that can be a reality, but we're going to be in this building and serving the community and closing the basement location that we're utilizing now. And as you can see in this amazing warehouse, not only are we going to have enough room for the food that we need to store to serve New Oxford, but there's enough space left over that our Hanover location, which is just a few miles away, is going to have a lot of extra storage room so that we can continue to take those great food donations and have some place to put them. This building is in awesome shape, needs a little bit of work. As you can see, as we move outside and look at the exterior of the building, it's a good looking building and it's got a lot of space, lots of doors, lots of parking, and it's going to be a great place to be able to host those who are volunteering and those who are coming to receive services at New Hope. So what happens from here? There's painting that needs to be done and some cleaning, and we've got a whole shed full of furniture and a few other needs that need to be collected. Things need to be put in place, made the place look as nice as we can, and we're going to announce before too long a moving date. When we're going to close operations at the old site and to be able to open up in the new site. Lots of hands are going to be needed to make that work happen. We depend so much on our volunteers, and it's a great way for those who may not be as familiar with our work in this community to be able to lend a hand to help us move food and set up our new food pantry, to be able to put some paint on the walls and make them, you know, look really neat and clean, do some decorating, and be able to just make this a space that New Hope is going to be proud to call home in the New Oxford area. So if you're curious about where this is, you can see on the door behind me, we've got the address. It's 154 Enterprise Drive. As I mentioned, it's right at the Cross Keys. Easy to find if you know where you're looking. And we would be more than happy to give somebody a tour to be able to host a group who'd like to come in and volunteer and, you know, give us a helping hand. We'll be putting lots of information up on Facebook and our website, and, you know, sending out emails and giving people calls and saying, if your group has a little bit of time, if you'd like to give a little bit of time to help us get moved into the space. As soon as we've got our certificate of occupancy, I know that we're going to be picking an opening date and planning a grand opening celebration to be able to share hope with the community. So that's the news that we wanted to share today. New digs for New Hope in New Oxford. So it's a triple new there. We are looking at opening in a month, give or take, and we are looking to raise the funds that we need to be able to purchase this building and to do the needed renovations and improvements. So we've got a big budget right now. And, you know, not that I want to beg for money, but if God has given you the resources to be able to share, if you believe in the work of feeding your neighbors and helping folks who are in poverty and lending a helping hand to those who are going through tough times, this is a time that you could lean in and help us out. One of our funders is a great foundation they've offered us $250,000 in matching funds. And so every dollar that's given towards that match is going to result in an extra dollar coming our way to be able to help us with the purchase and remodel of this building. And so it's a, you know, not to do public radio pledge drive, but it's a great way to make your money work twice as hard. If you can give time, we would be grateful for you to give time. If you can give resources, we would be so appreciative of any help that you could give right now. If you know somebody who's struggling and going through a tough time and needs some food, needs some help with keeping their roof above beds, needs help finding a job. That's what New Hope is here to do. And we would just be very, very grateful if you would partner with us. Lots of updates are going to be coming. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on our website, which is listed on our banner here, nhm-pa.org. Please pray for us. God has already moved in really mighty ways, but we're still trusting and following Him in faith, and know that this project is going to be a project that honors Him. We want to do it right, and we want to walk in His timing. So it was worth the wait. This is going to be a great home for New Hope. We can't wait to serve. God bless you, and thank you for joining us today.